first when I knew I wanted to do something else. That's because at some point I was really into rollerblading a lot. I was doing this most of my time. And then I got injured, so I couldn't do anything anymore, and that took me a year and a half to come back from it, to heal. And so during all of that time, I was thinking, what will I do? And I didn't really know. But at some point I got better and everything got back to normal, let's say. And so I went on a little road trip called 4L Trophy. For L being an old car, and so we are going from France to Morocco, Marrakesh. And there I met quite a lot of different people, and two of them told me something that was like, oh yeah, in a year-ish we will go in Vancouver, Canada. And so I was like, okay, guys, I'm coming with you in Vancouver. I had no idea about it. And in my mind, that would have been something like a big trip during 1 year. But at the end, I stayed here. I did quite a lot of different trips and all around in the States or even just in Canada. But at the end, I was always coming back to Vancouver until one day I came back from Alaska, where I stayed a month and a half, and I was feeling very good over there in Haines. I really enjoyed it. But I had to come back, and when I came back, I had I don't think it was a new feeling, but for this place it was. I was like, something like, it's good to be home, or it's good to be back. And that was towards the end of what was supposed to be my only 1 year here. Like, I'm not ready yet. So many things to do, and I enjoy it here. And so then, it was more about not coming back than staying here. I don't know.
What going back means to you?
Somehow, because I was born in France, and I lived there my whole life. So to me, France is more safe. Or if I go back there, I am supposed to do something. I don't know, something like this. And if I stay here, then it's still some kind of holiday. At the end, it's exactly the same thing. But, I don't know, people were talking English around me. There's mountains and sea, the ocean, the wildlife, there's raccoons. I mean, everything made me think that I wasn't home, and so I was in holiday, because everything was new, and so more exciting, I think. But now it has changed a bit, because now I'm here since 5 years, so I guess now it's supposed to be as safe as what used to be in France. But it's like it is like there's less rules about how things should be. I feel more free to do anything I want here, yes. Though I am realizing it's not a true fact. It just somehow in my mind it's easier to do it here. Why? Because I feel like if I make a mistake here, or if let's say a mistake that it will be hard to come back from, then I can come back in France somehow. If I do that in France, then I don't know where to go. I've been working as a graphic designer for, I don't know, a long time, 10 years, let's say. And so I enjoyed, but that's what I was doing, you know, more or less from 9 to 5. I mean, most of my days, most of my hours every day. And at some point, I wanted to change. So maybe that could have happened anywhere I was. So it was just about okay. At first, I needed to study to do a job, and so that's what I've done. Pretty nice, but all of the time doing this, no. So that's why I wanted to learn something else. To maybe in the near future shift, you know, dreaming about it, wherever that could go. But at first I should learn. And so I chose music because I felt that it was part of me since a long time. And so I guess I just jumped in it. I was just like, okay, I will start there. And what I enjoyed here, but maybe that could be done everywhere. It's just that on Craigslist you can find a lot of easy stuff, as much as a piano, like an upright piano, just for free, if you can move it from wherever it was to wherever you are. And that is a big thing to me. I was like, what, I can just have a piano? So I just started to have one, and then before I had this one. I guess I was just thinking less about the future and what I should do, but just more what I want now, and I want to play music, so okay, now I will just do that. So I just started doing it, but it was more about a shift in how I wanted to live, I guess. And I think what I think is moving here helped me going that way. That helped me to go that way. Somehow it felt easier. But then maybe it would have been the same if I was just still in France.
Going somewhere in some place where no one knows you is also a way to release all that pressure that you have from people you have always known, you grew up with, and so do you think it can be called an escape?
I don't know if what I did at the time, I mean, wanting to move here, if I was thinking about it this way, but now that I think about it, maybe yes, maybe it was. Escape, excuse, quite a lot of different things, I guess. I wasn't thinking much about it. It's just I had the opportunity, and yes, probably I was a bit bored, or I didn't know what to do, more or less the same maybe. And so, wow, okay, I can go there and everything is new. I could give myself another way of seeing things. It helps you shift. I think I will use this word, but I escaped because of my lack of imagination about what I could do where I was. And so it was easier to go somewhere else where nothing has been done before, where I could just do whatever, like a new canvas. Maybe I was feeling more judged from back in France. It's not that I fully cared, but you know, sometimes at least just saying, oh wow, nice, or whatever, like whatever you say, it's pretty nice, you're doing it, or just happy for you, you know. Simple things. And here it just comes to you all of the time. Like just, oh wow, nice t-shirt, just this, as simple as this. I will never say that. Now I'm trying to, it's more of a game, but just because I felt nice. It felt nice when you said it to me, so if I feel that at some point your t-shirt is nice, maybe I will say it out loud. It's like we are a bit afraid of the good things back in France, somehow. But so now that I am able to enjoy both, because I think they are both pretty nice in their own way, positive, negative, or for example, now that I live here since 5 years, I feel that this positivism is forced a bit. It's like you can't express yourself if you have something negative to say. I mean, you can, but the way it will be taken from others in a weird way most of the time. So yeah, you know, balance, I guess. But it was just nice at least to just see something different to let yourself evolve differently, to let yourself go wherever you want it to go. But when I look at a good portions of the people I know back in France, of my age, my friends, everybody is having or had, or maybe will have, I don't know, but everybody is having their own crisis in different ways. So the one I chose to deal with mine was to go really far away, was more or less like just, you're on the car and you don't know what to do, and then you just open the window, it's like, and you come back in, it's like, woo! Kind of this.
That's the slap you needed.
Yeah, exactly. To see differently. Or, I guess. To excite you a bit more, to do something, to wake you up. At the end, there's not much of a gap in between me and other people. It's just different ways we took, but as I told you earlier, I met a lot of people from all around the world, let's say more or less, at least every continent. And at the end, it's more or less all the same thing. We're all looking for something that we enjoy, and we just take different ways and to do it. But all we want is like, what? Love and being recognized. Something like this. So I just love at the end. That's it. In different ways. So now that I think about all of this, I think finally, I keep on changing. It was really... I don't think it would have been the same if I would have stayed in France. Or it would have taken me more time, maybe, to accept things, or maybe just accept who I am in a way and what I enjoy doing. So whatever your adventures are, this one made a big change.
For some people, it's a first glimpse at what is happening elsewhere. For others, it's a balance found in between two countries to compensate with one what the other one cannot offer, or an escape with the hope of more opportunities. We all landed here, and we persist to stay. I have been here for 4 years now. I am one of the lucky ones who managed to obtain the permanent residency, mostly because I didn't feel ready to go back to France. Or at least I wanted to be able to decide whether or not I would go back. I moved elsewhere in Canada, but ended up coming back here. Maybe this city and its constant flow of new people doesn't make me feel like I'm taking root, or I simply found a place where I feel good. Vancouver, it's a city full of positive people, because they came here for a change. They once felt dissatisfied and decided to buy a flight ticket for a change of scenery, challenge themselves, or find themselves. We're as clueless here as somewhere else, but at least we are somewhere else, and sometimes this idea is enough. Most of the time I still wonder what I'm doing here, and asking these same questions to others kind of became an answer. Why not here? The questions and the doubts will never stop, but there will always be someone here to assure you with confidence.
모두 괜찮아질 거야.
Tutto andrà bene.
Все будет хорошо.
Tout va bien se passer.
Everything is gonna be alright.